सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. 51. विवेकाद्वा ध्यानतो वा पुत्राध्यात्मत्वनिह्नुतौ तथा देहात्मतां त्यक्तुं प्राणात्मत्वं विचिन्त्यताम्. From Brahma, on account of Maya Shakti or Parashakti, the entire Jagat is born. Brahma being Satyam means not subject to change, not subject to destruction. Such a creation should be the product of only the Maya Shakti, which is false in nature. So because it is false in nature, Maya is false in nature, the creation also is equal, its product, creation also is equally false. So therefore, entire Jagat is something which is falsely attributed. False, it is something that is superimposed on Brahma, like the snake being superimposed on the rope. For experience, no doubt it appears as the snake. In reality, what is there only? Rajju, rope only. Likewise, the basis of entire Jagat is nothing but the Chaitanya, Sarvavyapi Chaitanya, which is Brahma. This is what is called as Adhyaropa. Now, what is superimposed Adhyaropa? It is negated. If you want to know the reality, the true nature of Sarpa, the delusive snake, what you have to do? You have to negate the snake. How will you negate the snake? You will bring the light and see it is nothing but rope. So here also, by knowledge, you have to negate the Jagat and see the truth, that is Brahma, directly cognize Brahma. This process of, that is what, the negating or discarding what is superimposed is called as apavada. The process is called adhyaropa apavada. The rule is adhyaropa apavada. By that, nishprapancha Brahma, Brahma free from Jagat, prapanchate is unfolded. So based on that, now the process of apavada starts. For which first of all, what was done was, the wrong notions are one by one eliminated. First wrong notion about I is what? Putra Mitra Adi. Putra Mitra Bharya, etc. So that is to be eliminated. For that a prop is given. Some support is given. What is that? Take the Annamaya Kosha, your physical body, as Atma. Thereby get rid of your samskaras, earlier notions of identifying with the son, wife, husband, friend, etc. You get rid of them. And now, when that notion that the body is Atma is very strong, even that is pointed out to be wrong. The gross body, Annamaya Kosha, cannot be Atma. So now the student is led to the next Kosha. What is that? Take the Pranamaya Kosha as Atma. For this reason, let us see now. Stanza 51 to 57 describe the Pranamaya Kosha. Anvaya we had seen? Vivekadva dhyanataha va putradhyatmatva nihnutav. When that Atmatva, the notion of I-ness in Putra Adi, Putra, son, Adi for Bharya, wife, husband, Mitra, etc. Nihnutav, when it is dispelled, by what means? Either by Viveka. By Viveka, by proper discrimination that, see what is the Viveka? That wife, son, husband, etc. are different from me. How can it be me? That is Viveka. Or Dhyanataha va. What is Dhyana? So already described Dhyana. What is it? Annamaya kosha compared to a imagery of a bird with different parts. So therefore, Dhyanataha va. Putra Dhyatmatva. This also shows to get rid of the notion that the Putra, Mitra, Bharya as I. Upasana alone is not the means. By Viveka also you can get rid of them. By either means, when the notion that the son, the wife, the husband, etc. are I, this is knocked down. Tatha, then now it is to be done in the same manner. Dehatmatam tektum. The putra, etc. I was eliminated how? By considering the body as I. Now the body as I also is wrong. It was, Shruti is not interested in telling you body is I, means body can never be I. But only a support was given to you to get rid of that. That is says, Tatha in the same manner, Dehatmatam tektum means to eliminate the notion that the body, physical body is I. What is being given now? Pranatmatvam vichintyatam. So one should vichintyatam chintayet. One should meditate on the prana as Atma. Body as Atma to be discarded. To get rid of this notion, what is it? Prana as Atma. So how? Why do you say so? Because physical body cannot be Atma. With respect to Putra Mitra, physical body as Atma was pointed out. Now he says, actually speaking, physical body cannot be Atma. Why? Let us see the reason. Na dehasyatmata yukta purva janmanya bhavataha puratma dehadam karma Puratma dehadam karma Kritva prapnotyado vapuhu Dehasya atmata na yukta. Add kutaha purva janmani. Add vartamana dehasya. Purva janmani. Add vartamana dehasya. Abhavatah Atma Pura Dehadam Karma Kritva Adaha Vapuhu Prapnoti. Atma Pura Dehadam Karma Kritva Adaha Vapuhu Prapnoti. Dehasya Atmata Na Yukta. He says, Deha, which Deha? Annamaya Kosha, the Sthula Deha, the gross body. Being Atma, becoming Atma is not proper. Why? Kutaha? What is the reason? Because, see, this present embodiment, how did you get? Prarabdha. Prarabdha, how did you get the Prarabdha? Karma phala. When did you do that? Past life. Past need not be immediate past life, it can be past life. In those lives, his body was there? No. Some other body. Now if that means you did it and you got this result. Means I as Jivatma was in the past lives also. But that Jivatma cannot be the body because this body is only born in this life and not in the past life. Therefore, how can this body be I, Atma, Jivatma? So therefore it says, Purva Janmani, in earlier lives, Vartamana Dehasya Abhavataha. Abhavataha, because of absence of the present embodiment, abhavataha. So therefore, this body, gross body cannot be Atma. Because if body were Atma, what should happen? Past life also same body must be there, which is not the case. So then how do you say so? Because Atma, here Atma is Jivatma. Pura means in earlier lives, Dehadam karma kritva, having performed the karma. Which karmas? Dehadam. Dehadam means Deham yachati iti Dehadam. The karmas which give the present body, say kritva, adaha vapuhu prapnoti, gains this present embodiment. Present embodiment means this body was not in the past life and some other body had taken, and therefore that body is different, his body is different, but I am the one and the same in earlier lives and this life. So therefore the physical body cannot be Atma. So adaha vapuhu means this body he gains. So therefore physical body is not Atma. Annamaya kosha is not Atma. Then how do you say the pranamaya kosha is Atma? So that is justified now. Pranamaya kosha is justified. Pranamaya kosha is justified only to prove that Deha is not Atma. Afterwards what will happen? No, for knockdown champion, knockdown tournament, no. To have the champion, there are series of tournaments. So one by one are knocked down. Finally between the two and one will be the champion. So like that, so first who was knocked down? Putradi Atma. Then who won over? Deha, Annamaya Kosha is Atma. Now Annamaya Kosha is Atma and knocked down. Who is winning over now? Pranamaya Kosha, only to get knocked down. Okay? So that is it. So how Pranamaya Kosha is Atma? That is now justified. Let us see. Ayur Marana Yor Hetau Prane Jivatmato Chita Sthite Prane Bhavatyayuhu Pranapayetu Hiyate Ayur Maranayoho Hetau Prane Jivatmata Uchita Prane Sthite Ayuhu Bhavati Pranapaye tu add Ayuhu Hiyate. For life and death, what is the cause? Prana. See, Ayur Maranayoho Hetau. So that means for the exist for Ayuhu. Ayuhu means life or duration of life. Ayuhu, duration of life, or also life also is called Ayuhu. Maranayoho, the causes of the life and the death. Where? Because the Hetau, Prane Jivatmata Uchita. You have to take the prana as Jivatma is proper because on account of prana, life and death take place. His prana was in earlier life also or not? Yes. In this life also was there. So therefore prana in earlier life, prana stands for Suksha, that is not Suksha, prana only. Physiological function, prana, apana, vyana, udana. So prana in earlier life left the earlier embodiment, that body died and took the new embodiment, new body is born and new body continues to live. So who is the common factor now? Prana, because see what is death actually? Sukshma Sharira leaving the present embodiment and going to the next embodiment, programmed by what? Yatha karma, yatha shrutam. According to karma phala and upasana phala. We have no choice. Otherwise, would have what we have done? In the chahiye humko. This body is not required. That body is not required. So they go in the market and they would have chosen. But even to choose, we have no norms. Okay, it's all Ishvara's law. So therefore, it is programmed. Nobody can ever complain about one's own present embodiment with all the vicissitudes it is undergoing, because it is not our modern computer, okay? It is Bhagwan's laws of creation can never go error. Without the cause, there is no error. So, if we accuse someone for something, three fingers are pointing out to us. You know, as a very glaring example. This actually happened thing. Huh? How laws of karma function. This I read in Kalyana. You know, Kalyana, Gita Press Kalyana magazine is about 15 years back. And when they reported in 15 years back, they had repeated an incident which took place about 50 years back. Means this is something which has taken place 65 years back also. One judge of a court involved a British timer, somewhere in North India, was going for a walk. And he saw a person being murdered. And the murderer ran away. Of course, he can't just go and this because he will get involved in that. Afterwards, what happened was the police caught up a person as the murderer. This person is the eyewitness who the judge. So in the morning, early morning, he is eyewitness, and they caught up another person, and he was presented by police. And it happened that means the evidence, this, that, etc. is what? He is the murderer. Now this judge knows he is not the murderer, but he can't openly tell. He tried his best because in the frameworks of law, he tried his best to what? To release this person, but the arguments were so tight and got proved that this fellow is the murderer. He knows he is not the murderer, but he can't openly tell. Then what will happen? He will be the party to the murderer. Who is the other murderer, sir? So this person was olden days person, okay, who has got, that means the devotion and the dharma, adharma, shastra he knew. So what to do now? He can't give him capital punishment because he is not the murderer, he knows for certain. So then he said, he called him to his chambers and told him, look, tell me the truth, you will be saved, otherwise you are going to get ruined. Tell me one thing, did you ever commit any murder in past? So he took him into confidence. Did you ever commit any, because he knows this murder, he did not ask him, he is not committed. Did you ever commit any murder in the past, in this life only? Because he was taken confidence, no? Yes. He had committed some murder and he had escaped and he got caught up. Straight away he gave the punishment. Because something else he has this thing. This how this karma pada catching. That is how it is. So there can't be error in the Ishvara's, the execution of the Ishvara's law. At times Yamaraja creates mistakes. he takes the wrong lies, but immediately he sets right. There are some incidents, immediately it is set right as such. That is a different thing. So that being the case, so that as per the karma phalat and upasana phalat, what the present next embodiment is taken, and every event in that is what already programmed. We have got the freedom how to counteract it. That's what called prayaschitta karma, punitive actions by which we can to some extent change the past and get past that. It is possible. And in the nowadays in the Kali Yuga, as far as the punitive action means prayaschitta karma is concerned, bhakti and the name of the Lord is the best one as such. There are other things according to the astrology and astronomy as such, that one did not run after them as such. This is the devotion to the Lord is the best prayaschitta karma. And in spite of devotion, it cannot be set right. What does it mean? There is a purpose. Only Ishvara, Parameshvara knows it better, undergo it. So, therefore he says, that is what this prana is the cause in the for life and the marana. Therefore, it as Ajivatma is befitting. How do you say so? It is explained. Prane sthite ayuhu bhavati. When the prana is there in the body, there is a life. Prana paye, when the prana lives to ayuhu hiyate. That is, life wanes away, means the body is given up, the gross body, and so therefore pranamaya kosha as Atma is correct one. Now, the one who does the upasana of pranamaya kosha as Atma, what fala he gets, let us. These are in the context, the byproducts only, but because the context is that Shruti gives this. Dehatma vasana nutyai pranatvatvam upasyatam prano brahmetyupasinah sarvamayus samushnute. Would have been samushnute possibly anyway. Samashnuyat is okay, alternate reading, but samashnute, samyak ashnute, ठीक. Dehatma vasana nutyai pranatmatvam upasyatam, as it is. Second line also as it is. Pranaha brahma iti upasinaha sarvam ayuhu samushnute samashnute. Samashnute means prapnoti. Dehatma vasana nutyai. Nutyai, to remove, to terminate, eliminate the vasana, samskara. What samskara? Body as I. What is should be done? Pranatmatvam upasyatam. Please take to the upasana that pranamaya kosha is Atma. What is the result if one does to this upasana in this manner? Pranaha brahma iti upasinaha, in the context of taking the giving up the dehatma vasana and considering the pranamaya kosha as Atma. If one takes upasana, pranaha brahma iti upasinaha, prana itself is Brahma, Atma is Brahma. The one who takes this upasana, do you know what he gains? Sarvam ayuhu samashnuti. He gains entire life, longevity. What is the human longevity? Said to be 100 years. Means he lives 100 years. The one who takes upasana, that pranamaya kosha as Brahma, gets a 100-year life. Desirable or undesirable? Undesirable. You know, many years back at Churchgate I used to take class. One lady said, Swamiji, today is my birthday. I said, Jeevet Sharda Shatam, I said. I asked her, do you know the meaning of it? she didn't know Sanskrit problem. Jeevet, no, what is it? I said, may you live for 100 years. Swamiji, 100 years. I don't want. So like that, it depends how you live, how the life is. So otherwise even 50 years it will be old. Otherwise even 120 years also it will be less. So it depends. Best thing is have devotion love, Visvarya Swarupa, and goodbye. Our body never to return. So that is how. Okay, fine. This is Satya Sai Baba says, take the life as newspaper. You know? Today's newspaper is tomorrow's waste paper. Newspaper, when you read, you don't give much attention to all the minutest details. Just few headlines, etc., you see. Like that, in life, maybe many things may be happening. Don't pay attention to all these things. Mind your final goal of life and get out once forever, never to return. So therefore, the one who takes the upasana that prana is Brahma gets the full lifespan of human being, the 100 years. So what is the nature of pranamaya kosha? It's explained in terms of the pakshi kalpana. There it is said in the Upanishad, tasya prana eva shiraha vyano dakshina pakshaha apana uttara pakshaha akasha atma prithvi puchham pratishtha. Tasya means of that pranamaya kosha. Pranaha eva shira, the main prana. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. The main prana is shira, the head. Vyana is the dakshina pakshaha, the right wing. Apana is Uttara Paksha, the left wing. Akasha. Akasha stands for Samana because residing deity of Samana is Akasha. So the Akasha means Samana is Atma, means the middle portion of the body. Prithvi. Prithvi stands for Udana because Prithvi Devata is the presiding deity of Udana. Prithvi Pucham Pratishtha. This is what the Shruti gives the imagery of the bird. Means the koshas are compared to the bird. There is a purpose because the Pucham will be useful in the Anandamaya kosha to ascertain Brahma. So now that is now explained. Pranopanas samanascha Udanau vyanau cha vrittayaha Etasu purovat paksha Murdhadi patikalpaye Pranaha apana Anvaya as it is. Pranaha apanaha samanaha cha udana vyanau cha vrittayaha Etasu Purovat Paksha Murdhadi Parikalpaye. See, all the five prana vrittis are called prana. And among the first ones are, Mukhya one is what? Pranaha. Pranaha, then Apanaha, their functions will be given. Samanaha, Cha, again, Udana and Vyana, Cha, Vrittayaha. Vrittaya means these are the functions of prana, means prana vrittis. Prana, the functions in terms of these five physiological functions. And as earlier, etasu. Etasu means in these five prana vrittis, five functions of the prana. Purvavat, as earlier in the case of Annamaya Kosha, as Pakshi Kalpana was given, Paksha Murdhadin Parikalpaye. So one Parikalpaye means Bhavana, Bhavaye, Upas. One should take to the meditation, Bhavana, meditation of Paksha, Murdha, Adi. Paksha, wings, Murdha, head, Adi for trunk and the tail. We have seen in the Shruti that Tasya Prana Eva Shira, etc. It has to be done. So by the by, what are the functions of these five prana vrittis? They are being, because in the context they are being explained, described. Shvasodhogamanam krutsne Dehe nasya samikritihi Udgaradir balam dehe Kriyastasam kramadimaha Shvasaha utpama Adhogamanam pama Krusne dehe annasya samikritihi pama Udgaradihi pama balam Udgaradihi pama Dehe balam, one phrase. Dehe balam pama Imaha kramad tasam kriyaha. Imaha kramad tasam kriyaha. Shvasaha. Shvasa is respiration. Respiration. So, inhalation and exhalation. Inspiration, expiration. So, inhale, that is Shvasa, respiration. So, this is the function of prana, one of the five prana. The first one, prana, that is the function of Adhogamanam, going below. So that is function of apana, in terms of excretion, etc. Excretion, etc. The function of apana. Kritsne dehe annasya samikriti. In the entire body, the digestion and the assimilation of the food samikriti, that is the function of samana, means the digestive faculty. Udgaradihi, this is the function of udana. Udgara means, belching. After food, you belch. So that is what it is. Belching, movement is up or down? Upward. Udana throws out the subtle body through the gross body, like ejecting out other way. Throws out the Suksha Sharira, subtle body, from the gross body, and the Suksha Sharira travels to take the next embodiment. So therefore, that is the job of Udana, like a rocketing pad. Dehe Balam, this function of Vyana. Because of circulation, blood circulation is a function of Bala. Because of blood circulation, the assimilated food content nourishment goes to the entire body, and therefore Dehe Balam, that is by Vyana. Like this, Imaha, these functions, Kramad means in earlier, Prana, Apana, Samana, Udana, Vyana, in this order, Kramad, Tasam Kriyaha, Tasam means of Prana Vrittinam, Kriyaha, Kriya means functions, they are those which are being done. Now, Pranamaya Kosha was pointed out as what? The Atma. This was pointed out as Atma to what for? To get rid of the notion that the physical body, Annamaya Kosha, is Atma. Now you say, even this Pranamaya Kosha cannot be Atma. Get rid of that notion that Pranamaya Kosha is Atma by taking the Manomaya Kosha as Atma. Vritti Sangham Pranamayam Dhyatva Dehatma Vasanam Santejjatha Pranamaye Tyaje Dehavadaatmatam. First line as it is. Vritti Sangham Pranamayam Dhyatva Dehatma Vasanam Santejya Atha, then Atha Dehavat, then take Pranamaye Atmatam Tyaje. Dehavat Pranamaye Atmatam Tyaje. Vritti Sangham Pranamayam Dhyatva, having taken to Upasana. Of whose? Of Pranamaya Kosha. What is Pranamaya Kosha? Vritti Sangham is the assembly or the collection of 5 functions. Vritti Sangham is what? Prana, Apana, Adi, 5. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. This, in terms of these 5 functions, is Pranamayam Dhyatva. Means, so considering or meditating on the Pranamaya Kosha as Atma, what you do? You give up Dehatma Vasanam Santejya. Having given up the samskara, the impressions that the body as physical body, Annamaya Kosha as Atma. Atha, thereafter what is to be done? Don't stick to that Pranamaya Kosha as Atma. That also cannot be. Atha, what should be done? Atha, Dehavat, just as the body as Atma you have discarded, so also Pranamaye Atmatam Tyaje. Even in Pranamaya Kosha, that notion that it is Atma has to be given up. So Pranamaya also cannot be Atma. Why we will see. Now Manomaya Kosha is described from 58 stanza to 64. 58 to 64, Manomaya Kosha is being described. First, Pranamaya Kosha cannot be Atma is pointed out. Prano natma jadatvena Cetanasyatmatochita Manastu Cetanatvena Sarvasya Pratibhasana Jadatvena Pranaha Atmana Jadatvena Pranaha Atmana Chetanasya Atmata Uchita Manastu Chetanatvena Atma Chetanatvena, afterwards I add Atma Bhavitum Arhati. Manastu Chetanatvena, add Atma Bhavitum Arhati. सर्वस्य प्रतिभासना. Prana cannot be Atma. Why? Reason is given. Jadatvena. Prana is Jada or sentient Sachetana. How? Come on. Give a proof for that. Waking state you can't verify. When you are asleep, pranas are functioning or not? Sure. Suppose when you sleep, pranas don't function. Morning Ram Nam Sathai will have to be done. So pranas are functioning. Suppose a thief entered. Prana should alert you or not. Hey, wake up. Thief has entered. Poor prana doesn't know. Why? Jada. This is given somewhere in some Upanishad. So in some text is given. So because why? Jada is nature. Otherwise you would be aware of it. So therefore it is not possible. So Jadatvena Atma Pranaha Atmana. Then why? Because Atma should be something Chetana. Yes or no? We know I is what? Something Chetana. So therefore Chetanasya Atmata Uchita. Uchita means befitting. It is proper to say that something Chetana is Atma. Then so where we have to find something? Here is mind is Chetana. Mind is inert. Of course, you have studied so much of Vedanta and therefore you may say what? Mind is a product of the finest aspect of the assimilated food, and food is inert, therefore mind is inert. That is because after learning. Before that, so everyone say mind taken is as Sachetana. So therefore Manastu Chetanatvena. So mind being sentient in nature, Atma Bhavitum Arhati. It is proper to take the mind as Atma. How do you say so? What is the reason that mind is Chetana? Now see, he gives the reason. Mind is sentient. How do you say so? Sarvasya Pratibhasana. Mind makes you know everything. Now one who makes you know something, is it Jada or Sachetana? Which confers you knowledge should necessarily be Sachetana. So mind is so. So therefore it says Sarvasya Pratibhasana. Pratibhasana means because of cognition, perception. It reveals you, it makes you know. Mind makes you know, mind reveals you everything, and therefore what? Mind as Atma, the mind being Chetana as Atma is proper. What is that? Sarvasya Pratibhasana. Mind reveals you, makes you know everything. That is explained in next standa. Chakshuradyakshas sapeksham manobhahyartha bhasakam nirapekshena manasa sukhadhyantara bhasanam manaha chakshuradi aksha sapeksham bahyartha bhasakam. Manaha chakshuradi aksha sapeksham bahyartha bhasakam. Then you can add chakshuraadyaksha nirapekshena. Chakshuraadyaksha nirapekshena. Actually it cannot be a separate word. It should be joined to nirapekshena. Chakshuraadyaksha nirapekshena as it is afterward. Manasa sukhadi antara bhasana. So mind reveals you, makes you know everything, external and internal. External world, how it makes you know? It is this way. Manaha, mind. Chakshuradi aksha sapeksha. Eyes, etc. Aksha means jnanendriyas. So sapeksham, depending on them, with the help of jnanendriyas, what does mind do? Bahyartha bhasakam. It makes you know the external objects. It is the illuminator of external objects, means makes all external objects evident. This makes you perceive the external object. How? With the help of the Jnanendriya. Whereas, independent of the Jnanendriyas, Chakshuradeksha Nirapekshena. Nirapekshena means without the help of, independent of the sense organs, Manasa by mind, what is revealed, Sukhadhyantara Bhasanam. Your experiences, Sukha, Dukkha, Mana, Apamana, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, all that crops up in the mind is revealed, made known by them. So therefore what mind does? It makes you experience no external things, internal things. Therefore it is sarvasya pratibhasana, bhasakaha, bhasakam, manaha, neuter. So now, why the mind as Atma, this Upasana is being given as earlier? To get rid of the notion that Pranamaya Kosha as Atma, this is being given. Atmatvam manaso buddhva tektum pranatma vasana upasita manastacca vrityakhyavayavairyutam pranatma vasanam tektum manasaha atmatvam buddhva manaha upasita tacca vrityakhyavayavaihi yutam. His purpose. What purpose? Pranatma vasanam tektum. For getting rid of the notion that the Pranamaya Kosha is Atma. So what should be done? Manasaha atmatvam buddhva. Knowing well, Pranamaya Kosha cannot be Atma. Chetana Rupa, mind alone can be Atma. So therefore Manasaha Atma buddhva. Having got the knowledge, I understood that. Thereafter what is to be done? Manaha upasita. So the mind as Atma take to Upasana. Manomaya Kosha as Atma. Mind means what? Manomaya Kosha as Atma. One should take to Upasana. How? Tacca vrityakhyavayavaihi yutam. Because in at each level, Pakshi Kalpana was given. So how in the case of Manomaya Kosha, what are the different angas, aspects, parts of Manomaya Kosha which has to be meditated upon in terms of Pakshi Kalpana as in the earlier case? So that is now Tacca. Tacca means that Manaha vrityakhyavayavaihi yutam. It is yutam endowed with avayavas. Avayavas, angas, limbs. What type of things? Vritti. Antakarna, vritti, mano, vrittis, what are they? Will be seen now. So what is the nature of Manomaya Kosha Swarupa? So the Shruti is like this. Tasya yajureva shiraha rikdakshina pakshaha samottara pakshaha adesha atma atharvangirasa puchham pratishtha. This will be there briefly told in the 61. It is like this. Tasya. Tasya means Manomaya Kosha as Atma. Yajuhu eva shiraha. The Yajurveda mantras are the shira, means it is in the place of head. Why? Because Yajurveda is pradhana, main in yagadi, in performance of yajna yaga. Yajurveda is prominent. So that is like a head. Rig dakshina paksha. Rigveda mantras are the right arm. So samottara paksha. Sama mantras are the left arm. Adesha atma. Adesha atma means vidhis. Do like this. Upadesha of kartavya. So in Brahmana portion, this is to be done like this. That upadesha, that instruction is called as adesha. That is the middle portion, atma.
Atharvangi rasaha pucham pratishtha. The pucha tail, the base is what? Atharvangi rasaha means Atharva Veda, which gives prayaschitta karma and paustika karma for regaining the health, etc. These are all there in this. So nowadays, it may no one may know it except few. So therefore, Atharvangi rasaha pucham pratishtha. Now here one thing is to be done. See, Vedas, actually four Vedas are being given along with the Adesha. But Vedas are Shabda Rashi, whereas Manomaya Kosha, mind is what? Full of Antakarna, product of Antakarna. This constitutes the Antakarna Vritti, the thoughts. So how Shabda Rashi be the Anga of the mind, Manomaya Kosha, which is nothing but the Vrittis. So therefore it should not be taken as Shabda Rashi. So what is to be taken? When Yajureva Shiraha means, when Yajurveda mantras are chanted, you have got that vritti of Yajurveda mantra or not? In that, whatever Chaitanya gets reflected, that is to be taken as the avayava of it. It will be explained in the second line of stanza 61. Yajuradhyas chaturvedaha Adeshastadgato vidhi Tadbhasake manovritti Panchake pakshikalpana. Anvaya as it is. Yajuradhyaha chaturvedaha. Yajuhu Sama, Yajuhu, Ruk, Sama and Atharvangi Rasa, Atharva Veda. Then fifth one is Adeshaha. What is Adesha? Its meaning is given Tadgataha Vidhihi. So Vidhi means in the Vedas, whatever Vidhi means instruction, Upadesha of whatever that is to be done like this is given. That is that Tadgata means Vedagata, Chaturvedagataha Vidhihi. Vidhi, that is abiding in the four Vedas, that is what is called Adesha. That is that the Atma means what? The trunk. Now, the question may come, see look, Vedas are Shabda Rashis, whereas you are talking of, you are talking them as the Avayava of Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha is Antakarna, it consists of Antakarna Vritti, where Chidabhasa is there. You can't say Chidabhasa because this fellow still doesn't know what? Atma, because you know Chit and Chidabhasa. But Manomaya Kosha, how is it? So for that you say, no. Whatever Manomaya Vrittis, they are born for corresponding Vedas mantras, that is to be taken as Avayava. So therefore it is that. So Shabdas cannot be the Anga or Avayava of the Manomaya Kosha. So therefore the Manomaya Vrittis, which reveal the particular type of mantra in a specific Vedas, that is to be taken as the Shiraha, Dakshina Pakshaha, Uttara Pakshaha, Adesha Atma, Prucham Pratishtha, it is to be taken. So Tat Bhasake Manovritti Panchake Pakshi Kalpana. Not in actual mantra Shabda Rashi, Tat Bhasake Manovritti Panchake. In the five types of Manovritti, which reveal what? Those mantras in the four Vedas plus in the Adesha Atma. So in that Pakshi Kalpana has to be made. It is to be done that way. Now further the nature of Manomaya Kosha is given in the this Shruti. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidwan na bibheti kadachaneti. What is the meaning of this? Because it pertains to Manomaya Kosha. So that is now what is meant by that. So that is now explained. Avang manasa gamyasya brahmanopyavabodhane shaktam bhavin manastascha mano brahmeti kalpana. Second line. There is avang manasa gamyasya. In the case of avang manasa, in the place of ma, alternate being ma also is there. Meaning is the same. Avang manasa gamyasya or avang manasa gamyasya, meaning is same. Anvaya. Manaha avang manasa gamyasya brahmanaha api avabodhane shaktam bhave. Add ataha tacca manaha brahma iti kalpana. Tacca manaha brahma iti kalpana. See, yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. What is the meaning of this? Brahma is the one from whom speech along with the mind return not being able to objectify them. Means speech means words cannot describe Brahma, nor mind can objectify Brahma. So that is what is meant by yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. Brahma cannot be described in terms of the words, nor the mind can objectify. Oh, this is Brahma, it cannot be objectified. Now, though Brahma is so, mind can reveal you what Brahma is. See, some special feature. Though it can't reveal, see, this is a contradictory this thing. This is how the knowledge is. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa. Elsewhere it is said, manasa eva idamaptavyam. Knowledge of Brahma can be gained only through mind. At other places, mind cannot objectify. That contradiction is now, that is what seeming contradiction is resolved, is going to be resolved here. Says, manaha avang manasagamyasya brahmanaha api avabodhane. Avabodhane, in gaining the knowledge of Brahma. What type of Brahma? Even Brahma. Mind is capable of gaining the knowledge of Brahma. Brahma is such that what? Avang manasagamya. Brahma cannot be described by gamya means accessible. Brahma is not accessible for vak means words and also mind. In the sense, not accessible means what? The words cannot describe Brahma. Mind cannot objectify Brahma. Even in the case of such Brahma, mind is what? Capable of gaining the knowledge of that. Avabodhane, in gaining the knowledge of such Brahma which is not describable by words and nor objectifiable by mind, this mind is what? Shaktam bhave, he is capable. He is capable of gaining the knowledge. Tacca, therefore, that manaha brahmeti kalpana. So, mind, as the upasana of mind has to be taken as what? Brahma. Now the question comes, how is it possible? You say aprapya manasasa. Mind is not able to objectify. If it is not able to objectify, how is it able to know Brahma? Is it not a contradiction? So no. You explain how it cannot be objectified. How is it possible to know? That is now explained. Na brahmani manojanya spurtis tasmadagamyata manasyantarmukhena shed avidyatena shaktata. Brahmani manojanya spurtihi na asti tasmat agamyata manasi antarmukhe sati avidya nashe tena shaktata. Manasi antarmukhe sati, add sati, avidya nashe tena shaktata. How mind cannot objectify Brahma and mind can know Brahma are explained. First line, how mind cannot objectify Brahma. In second line, how mind can know Brahma, explained. Now little technical things are involved here. You have to scratch your head. Not the Atirati Maharatis who are attending classes for ages, decades. Newcomers will have to scratch little head. So what is it? How any particular object is known. Listen. Now this is microphone. Inert or sentient? Inert. You see the microphone. Or you listen the sound. Okay? Can you listen? You can listen the sound. That means now, that which can what? Amplify the sound is microphone. Okay? That way. So now the question is, now this microphone you see with what? Eyes. Or if you hear, the sound is heard through the ear. So what happens? Now, by seeing this microphone through your eyes, in the mind, a microphone akara antakarana vritti gets registered. If it is sound, the sound akara of the microphone gets registered in your mind, is it not? But that vritti is inert in nature. But Chaitanya Rupa Atma being all pervasive, what happens? It gets reflected in that antakarana vritti. Which antakarana vritti? Microphone akara antakarana vritti. So then what is done? See, this microphone akara antakarana vritti removes your ignorance about the microphone, and its job is over. But that microphone to know, for you to know the microphone which is inert in nature, what is necessary? Knowledge principle is necessary. How it is done? The Chidabhasa in that vritti makes you know this is microphone. Technically, what? The microphone akara vritti which removes the ignorance of the microphone is called as vritti vyapti. Whereas the Chidabhasa, Pratibimbita Chaitanya in the microphone akara vritti is called Phalavyapti. It removes, it makes you, it illumines you, makes you know this is microphone. Fine? In case of Brahmajnana, he says, Brahmani means Swaprakashe Brahmani. Brahma is very knowledge principle, self-evident in that Manojanya Spurtihi na asti. What takes place is when your mind has become Brahmakara. In that vritti which is Brahmakara, Chidabhasa is there or not? It can't operate. Whom it has to objectify? Brahma. Can it? I'll give you an example. See, there is a bucket of water. And you know when it is kept? See, bucket of water is there. And there is a room, a hut is there. And sun gets reflected, and reflected light enters the hut. And the darkness in the hut gets illumined by the reflected light of the sun in the water. Accepted? Now, reflection of sun in the water illumines the inside of the hut. Now, that same bucket of water is kept at mid-noon. Let us say, sun is right above your head. This above the bucket also, is it not? Now the sunlight gets reflected or not? Yes. Will the reflected sunlight in the bucket will illumine the sun? Why? Sun is what? Swaprakasha. But at the same time, the reflection is there. So, this reflected sunlight in the bucket at noon when the sun is right above the head has no spurti to illumine the sun. Likewise, when mind becomes Brahmakara, faithfully the Chidabhasa is there, but that Chidabhasa will not be able to illumine Brahma, because Brahma itself is what? The very knowledge principle. Means technically Phalavyapti is not operating, but Vrittivyapti, yes. Mind becoming the Brahmakara removes the ignorance of Brahma, that's all. That is what is told here. So, okay, we'll take it tomorrow. ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण